Pictures are photographers' means of expression, just like writers' means of words. This can be seen through Annie's Leibovitz's admiration and unique ability to enhance each and every person she takes a picture of, adding her own unique ability to each and every one of them. Hi, my name is Eduardo Reyes, and today I'll be talking about the photographer Annie Leibovitz. To fully grasp and understand Annie, first I'll talk about her life and then her art. To begin with, I'll talk about Annie's life. According to theartnet.com, Annie was born on October 2nd, 1944 in Waterbury, Connecticut, where she is the third of 6 children, and she is from European and Jewish descent. According to theartstory.org, Annie's mother, Marilyn, was a dance instructor, and she is the one who instilled Annie with the passion for art. Annie's father, Sam, he was a lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Air Force. Due to this, he would travel around the world with his family a lot. In 1960, Annie's father was stationed in the Philippines during the Vietnam War. During this is where Annie started having interest into the hobby of photographs. But little did she know this hobby would soon become her profession. Annie went to school in San Francisco Art Institute, where she aspired to be an art teacher. During her second semester, Annie tried to broaden her sights and did a course in photography. After this course, she decided to fully change her major into photography because she wanted to be a photographer now. In 1970, Annie was determined to be noticed, so she would reluctantly show John Winter, the founder of Rolling Stone, her photos until he hired her, and then one of her photos became the cover of Rolling Stone. She worked really hard, and by the age of 23, she became the chief photographer for Rolling Stone. According to biography.com, Annie gave distinctive art to Rolling Stone and was given an art freedom from them. But little did she know what she was getting herself into. According to independent.co.uk, Annie started doing drugs. She states that working at Rolling Stone was a drug culture for her, where her drugs became an addiction, and then it led her into 2 overdoses. Although all this was happening, Vanity Fair had their eyes on Annie. This was a harsh, but yet a good timing decision for Annie, because she was able to go into rehab and start her next chapter in Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair gave Annie a new chance and a bigger wage to experiment more with her photographs. This transition was both good for Annie and for Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair's company was able to work with new celebrities who wanted to work specifically with Annie because they knew she had something different inside of her. So it expanded the company and Annie's name. But then a transition happened in Annie's life. In the early 2000s, at age 51, Annie had her first daughter. And then a few years later, she had surrogate twins. Just like Annie saw life, she soon saw death. In 2004, her best friend died from leukemia. Sadly, 3 months later, her father died. And then 3 years later, her mother died. All these deaths got into Annie's head, and she had bad with her finances. She became $24 million in debt. Annie took out a loan, enough to pay her $24 million. But she made her art at stake. Not being able to pay her loan, she lost the rights to her art, and she filed for bankruptcy. So Annie had to sell many of her properties. Not everything was bad for Annie. Annie was soon deemed the legend by Library of Congress, and she won many awards, which gave her more fame. All this fame brought money to her, and she was able to get back her art. Now, since we looked at her life, we'll start to look at her art. First, Annie's art was a different and unique type. Many described it as carefully staged, superb, and vivid color. Annie's most iconic was the royal family, Obama, and the John Lennon photographs. Actually, the John Lennon was #1 ranked photo cover for 40 years, which brought many fame to Annie, giving Annie the name of having a unique ability to expose a person's personality and their private thoughts. Annie was awarded many awards. These consist of International Center of Photography's Lifetime Award, American Magazine Society Award, and the First Creative Excellence Award. Today I discuss Annie Leibovitz's life and her art. Annie demonstrated that overcoming the obstacles in your way would allow you to get your dream. So today I talked about Annie Leibovitz's life. Thank you.